Gentlemen.
My name is Keen Decker, and I'm here to invite you to an evening not like most others. An evening where 4 streamers are pitted up against one another in hopes for fame and fortune. Will one streamer rise to the top and unlock fortunes like no other? Or will they all fall victim to the horrors of Marth's Dungeon?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing? Welcome back to Marth's Dungeon. We are in episode 44. We last left off with the departure of Alice, her funeral. Everybody had their kind of parting words. Yes, Alice is in the chat. Come on, get those Alice's in the chat, baby. But towards the very tail end of the episode, the onlookers to the events and all the participants ended up slowly but surely leaving after they had kind of gotten in their final parting words with Miss Alice. And right as everybody had left, a giant crimson golem kind of appeared and is just kind of slowly but surely approaching. And you kind of if you turn around to actually kind of just look at it in general, you can kind of tell that this thing means business. It is actively kind of just walking at you and looks like it is very aggressive. So I will have you all roll for initiative. Initiation!
Wow!
Whoa!
I had hot chocolate in my mouth, otherwise I was gonna yell.
Oh no. Here, let me put some music on. I'm sad now.
11.
Heard it here first, folks. We've stolen from 5e.
We did it. We finally did it. LD... you said 11?
Yeah, buddy.
My initiative, I guess, we're doing that now, is 11 as well.
No.
Hey.
My initiative is
Wait a
at
minute.
nat 20.
Oh, okay, let's
Whoa.
go. 11.
Wait. I forget, did we get bonuses because we both got 11?
I think we're getting
Yes.
Unity dice.
Yeah, you get your Unity dice. So you're gonna have, actually, let me roll for Martin, the Rizzler.
That's right, me and Thames are a fucking unit.
Marth rolls
go.
a 10, or a 2.
Just don't ask Tim's opinion on Dragon Ball.
Oh no!
That's why I can't do it, man. I know I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna actually all over the fucking place, and I can't help it.
Valrizzi is a 13. And we got Abraham Drew with a 12. Very close. And lastly, we got the Crimson Horde, which is a 16. Alright. So how the Unity dice work, as we haven't had it in a fair bit, is if 2 either allies or enemies or more roll the same initiation roll, they get something called Unity dice, in which they can add it to their A damage, they can add it to a hit die, they can add it to kind of basically any die roll that they wish to. So once you're, but it is the accumulation of what you had originally rolled on that d20. So you have 11 points to spare between the 2 of you.
I think we have 0 because we rolled initiative. We didn't roll initiation.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nothing for you.
Man.
Anyways, go ahead and take it away, Mr. Pippin.
Real is really screwing us over on this one.
Aw, shucks. Alright. Check my spellbook here. Yeah, it just makes sense. Alright, he's gonna move up 3,
Closer or farther away?
up towards the grave.
Okay.
He's gonna turn and he's gonna cast Vital Mark at our lovely big friend here, and I think I'll do it at level 2,
Okay, cool.
just to be sure. Right.
Oh, God.
First shot is an 11.
11 will hit.
Alright, second shot is a 13, so that'll also hit.
Yep. So we have 2 people marked here.
The first one's 5 damage.
Huh?
How many is in the horde?
There are 4 of them altogether.
Alright, and I'll cast at level 3 then, never mind.
Sure, no problem.
I thought it was just 1.
Big boy.
And another one is also a 13. Cool, so 3 hits. That's 5 damage on the first one, 1 on the second one, and 6 on the last one.
So 12 magic damage. Let's see. Okay. And they are marked. 3 of them are marked. They will take the additional damage each time they're struck.
Yep.
Anything else was your turn?
Not at the moment, no.
All right. Let's see. To the Crimson Horde. Crimson Horde is going to close all these extra tabs I have open. Damn. That's kind of brutal. They're going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. They'll use one of their... Ooh. Let's see. I have to think about this one. I have to do a little bit of strategizing, perhaps.
What the fuck is that?
That's kind of perfect. Okay. It'll use a dash action. 5, 10, 15.
Agility save. It's getting choke slammed.
Okay. Give me the agility slave, Mr. Dicker here.
Oh no, he's talking in the third person.
Give it to me. Let's see. These things are pretty big. It rolls altogether an 11.
My dex is 18.
Alright, you grab onto it and...
oh, hold on. My bad. It specifically states an ally in the choke slam thing. Because chaos is cringe.
Oh,
yes.
man.
So it used one of its actions already. I'm gonna have it use a bonus action to do a hop. Just a little hop. And okay, so it's 1 action, 1 bonus action down. It is going to use.
What's this thing? Horde of gymnasts?
Yeah. The traveling gymnasts. I'm gonna have it use, this takes up 2 actions and 35 of its armor. It is gonna use the Great Crash. This gets a +1 to hit. The Crimson Horde swings, attempting to hit every creature in a 5-foot radius around it. At the end of the swing, the Crimson Horde disperses of its arm. All creatures struck take 3d12 plus 5 strength damage. The first creature struck will take an additional 2d10 chaos damage and have shards embedded in them, which can be taken out with a bonus action. Let's see. So it is going to first target think you just hit it with a vital mark, so I think it's going to first target Pip.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Let's see, +1 to hit.
Suffering from success here, everyone.
This is going to be an 11 to hit to anybody in the circle here. And it goes in a clockwise motion. Let's see, let me look up Mr. Marth. Mr. Marth's swords. It hits right on Marth's. You actually don't need to. Yeah, it won't hit you since you're 10 feet away. So I think it misses pivot. Yeah.
11 was the roll to hit.
Yes.
Yeah, basically 13, so he missed.
So it swings, and the first person it's going to make contact with is actually Thames.
Yes, sir.
That connects to you, and then it connects to Marth as well. So you guys are going to take all together now 3d12 plus 5 strength, and Thames is going to take a little bit more.
Where's my d12s?
The dice that never get used.
Yeah, actually, though. Did I even take any out? I'm sure I did. Yep. They're here somewhere. They look so similar to the... Okay, they're just like smaller versions. Yeah, there they are. And... Wow,
They're the one
really,
with,
really low rolls. Holy moly. 3... Okay, 13. So that's going to be 18 strength damage to both you and Marth. You're going to take an additional 2d10 chaos damage.
Yep.
Let's see. That is an additional 10 chaos damage. And
Gotcha.
you have shards embedded in you. Not sure. I said 13 strength, yeah? Or wait, no, what did I say?
You rolled 13, I assume, +5, so 18.
Yep, 18. Okay. Let me, Alright. And it still has bonus action to work with. It is going to... How far does this reach? Not really opportune. Yeah, that'll be its turn. It goes over to Thames and look. Or wait, no, to Balrizzi. He rolled a 13, so he is going to. Balrizzi wants some revenge, baby. He's gonna run up to it, and he is going to attack it with his iron leg blade.
Man, those poor pants.
Yeah, he's just ripping his pants. For somebody who's very fashionable, you think he'd figure out a better solution.
Nah. Rip the same pants. At
It's part of his ruse.
Yeah.
least he's keeping the tailor employed.
He gets to attack twice. He hits with a 10 and a 14. It's 2d6 for each one. So he's going to get 4d6 altogether here. Okay! That's 11 on the first one. What? Okay, that's another 11 on the second one. So 22 dex damage from Valrizzi over to the Crimson Horde, which it is going to take only 11.
But it does take extra magic damage.
Yes, true.
I don't know what the hit rolls were, but if they were 17 or higher.
Neither one of them were, so it's going to take the additional per attack, I think it is. So it's going to take an additional 20. All right, and it goes over to Abraham Drew. Let's see, Mr. Abraham Drew. I think it's a relatively slow fellow. Yep. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He is going to use... Actually, I'm going to keep him where he is for now. There we go. He's going to use Dragonic Pearl at level 3. The caster forms a small pearl in their arms, and then after 3 turns, the pearl will grow, burst, gifting all allies within 15 feet, and the caster +1 AC for the rest of the fight. Cannot stack, however.
This one AC is no joke, though.
How interesting.
Curious.
A spell.
Yeah, if you wish, you can most certainly spell read.
Yeah, that'll all be on my turn.
And that'll be his turn. Goes over to Thames and Lookdown.
Can I analyze to see, like, you said we could tell that there was something inside of it. Can I see if there was, like, hinges, a means of opening it? Use my craftsman's eye.
Give me a... Yeah, go ahead and give me, like, an observation, if that's what you're looking for.
Okay. I'm going to use one of my dice of a haunted man, because I got a mid-roll, but it could be good. Okay, that's an 18.
An 18. It's actually pretty good. So you get a pretty good look at these golems. And from what you kind of get to see, since there's so many of them, every kind of bit and piece of the entire horde. It doesn't really seem like there's any sort of opening, you know, like a vent. Nothing of the sort. It seems like these are solid crystal golems that have just a crimson tint to them. It seems like the person inside is kind of frozen inside from what it looks like.
Gotcha. Then I will take out Credo. You want to plan out a combo?
Yeah, you guys want to go for combo?
Yeah. I mean, I'm down for it. What do you got in mind?
Let's see. I could shoot a single leg on it, and you can wail on it.
I mean,
actually, yeah, fuck it. I want to shoot a single leg takedown on one of them.
You want to shoot a leg, you said?
A single leg takedown. Basically, I want to grab one of their legs and try to trip them.
Oh, okay, yeah, got you. Let's see. Go for a dex check.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an agility saving throw. Man, that's the sad part, is it's rolling very high. But it has such a bad agility. 13.
That is a 15.
Yep. You fully grab onto this thing, and you are going to give it a big old trip, you said?
Mm-hmm. And I kind of go with it. So I'm sort of, not exactly penning them, but I am on top of them, so it's harder for them to move, I suppose.
Hey, okay. Yeah, you grab a hold of the leg of the crimson golem, bring it to the ground, and kind of push it right into a pin. And Mr. Look Down.
alright, so he wants me to beat the shit out of it, so, sorry, my brain, so I will stand up, putting my drum away, pull out the blade, and then walk over, turn the blade around, and stab down onto it.
Alright. Give me a hit with advantage.
Let's go. I rolled a 14, so I'm assuming that whatever adds that's gonna hit.
Sorry, say that again?
I rolled a 14 on the die, so I'm assuming that the 14 is enough to hit.
Yes. Yep, absolutely.
Okay. And then I do Can't find my other D4. I guess roll this twice. Okay. $12 points of damage.
12 points of dex damage, yeah.
Yeah, dex damage.
Alright.
And then they have to roll a will save of 12 or be frightened.
Oops. It's gonna take 6 dex damage then. And what was will save you said?
Yep.
Okay. Maybe there's a chance. It rolls a 6 altogether.
It needs to be a 12, so now it's also frightened of me for 5 rounds.
Okay.
And then I will use Conflict's ability to attack 2 of the other people standing next to him.
Alright.
I rolled a 19 on the die.
19 will hit.
That also
and that
crits.
Hey, baby.
And then I rolled a 15 on the die, so that also hits. Man, if I could just have more days like these.
Look,
All right, so this will be the
add the
crit.
11 to the crit, so it doubles.
Yeah, that'd actually be pretty massive.
Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. So, oh man, it almost max. So, that is with the Unity being added to it.
Mhm.
Holy crap, this is not hard math. 42 points of damage, dex damage.
42 dex damage, and then you get the 10 from the hits as well. 10 from the other hit, which I gotta just put on really quickly as well. Just give me 1 second. So 10 from the first one, 10 from the second one, and then 42 points of damage, which is gonna be brought down to 21. Okay.
And then this is the third attack. Damage. Oh my fuck. 10 points of dex damage.
Okay. 5. Oops. All right.
And then bonus action,
Hey, okay.
because I have it still. I will use Conflict's other ability
Mhm.
to. Where do I have it written? Oh, over here. Use Soul Slash. So after pulling the blade out of the other guy, skewering a weak spot, I guess, on the other guy, coming out and slashing it still all backhanded, and then he twirls it around and drops the blade down, sending out Soul Fire. Which takes 2d4 soul damage. You must make a con saving throw of DC 13.
Said 2d4 soul damage.
2d4 plus 5 soul damage.
Okay.
Which is 9 soul damage.
Also, you'll have to probably plug in your mic again. I'm sorry. Oh my god, he's gonna bite. He's gonna bite. You said 9 soul damage altogether.
Yes.
All right. It has.
It must.
Sorry. Say that again.
What's that? No, keep going. What is he?
It has a bane to soul damage.
Oh.
So this thing is going to take 9. So 36 soul damage. Yeah.
And then.
So you hit. I would love to give you a your opponent is at your mercy. However, you hit this creature with the soul fire, and it bypasses the crimson armor, goes directly into the captured person, kills them instantly. Actually is enough to kill every single one of them instantly. So on that basis for information,
Your opponent is at your mercy. Choose their pitiful fate.
Okay. This is gonna be my best attempt at it, but so after stabbing and skewering into all of them, look down, just being stone faced the entire time. Slashes down at the with his bonus action onto the one that's on the ground, and the fire hits them. And then you're saying that they're inside these creatures. The fire hits that person, engulfs them, and then as they disintegrate, it jumps to the next set of armor and infests that one, engulfs them, disintegrates, jumps into the next one, jumps into the next one, and setting them ablaze in, I'm assuming, black soul fire, immediately incinerating them inside, making my own 4 personal smithies.
And that is the end of combat.
How many were there total?
There were 4 altogether.
Okay. So I passed 2 of the will saves.
Oh no. Oh no. I'm standing right next to you! No!
Does a 10 hit?
It does not.
Let's go. Does a 12 hit?
On the fucking dot.
Oof. Bonk. Eesh, that's not the best. That is 26 damage if you're armored.
Yes, I am.
Yep.
Bonk.
Before.
And as you okay, so the visualization was these people were incinerated inside the kind of crystals that were encasing them. And so as they get incinerated and left for pretty much bare bones nothing as they drop to the ground, unrecognizable, the crystals shatter. And you have a kind of pile of just ashen nickel creatures.
Do we have like any of the crystal stuff, or are they just like dust?
You do indeed have some of the crystal stuff laying on the ground.
Can I tell what it is?
You can give me an observation check.
Gotcha. You said observation, not nature.
Yes.
Yep. That is a 10.
You give this a brief look over, and to your kind of previous history, I suppose, with anything that was kind of crimson related, that was also very kind of crystal-like or a gem or stone, you kind of understand that this is somehow chaos related. You don't really know specifically what it may or may not do. And you do indeed still have some of it embedded in your arm.
I'll kind of take it out, and I'll pick up like a big chunk of it and try to purify it and see what happens.
Hey, okay. You go to purify the crystals, and indeed, as you go to purify them, they become almost like... It kind of drains the crimson color directly out of it, making it very, very pale, desaturized, and almost into just a beautiful white. It seems like they're just normal crystals.
More chaos, it would seem.
Yeah, more chaos. And Marth kind of just goes over to the bodies and looks them over and says, I can't really say who they might have been, or even if they were from the city. And Valrizy kind of just gives it a look as well, and he says,
Yeah, I don't really even... Their faces are unrecognizable at this point. Just another heap of dead bodies on a really bad day.
Be honest, this reeks of intent.
I'm a bit shocked. Elduzi, you said that there was somebody around the town who was looking like me, huh?
Yes.
I suppose it's not unlikely that a Doppelum with ill intent would try to play dress up as me, but my men were looking out for anybody who was suspicious, anybody who looked like me. And, well, nothing, I guess. We'll have to be careful going forward.
Said they were sick.
Considering these, have you had much presence of the Chaos Church within Reddish before?
Really nothing at all. Nobody worships chaos around these parts. If there was one good thing that Gortez Findle did, he managed to keep the chaos away from Reddish.
You then made a pact with the unnamed god of chaos?
Yeah, ironic, huh?
In that chaos that day, somebody might have slipped in, or seeing Gortez switch over, they might have converted themselves.
Yeah, perhaps. The only other thing I could maybe think is, I mean, I hate to ask it, but who was it that killed Alice?
The Radiant Knight.
Did you see, anybody else around at all? Anybody suspicious while you were in Mechalite? Who might have seen you? Nothing? Nothing seemed out of the ordinary?
Anybody suspicious in Mechalite describes the entire populace.
Well, I don't know how to even state this, but about a year ago, there was a Mechalite soldier that did come to Reddish. There was, nobody who had come across this city until then. We've been secluded for years and years. This Mechalite soldier, he was nearing death, fatally injured. He had said that there was some sort of secret organization that had dragged him into Petovia from Mechalite, beat him brutally within an inch of his life, and he managed to escape. But, well, I'm sorry, that's who Alice was looking for. That's why she was joined up with you all. I was just concerned that it might have been something gang-related.
Orpho, then could you shed some light on what these creatures are?
Certainly chaos infected. Your arm, how did it feel when the crystals were inside them?
If I remember correctly, by rules, it should hurt a fuck ton more, yeah?
Yeah, realistically, when those crystals were inside you, should you leave them in for a relatively long period of time, something would have started to kind of happen with your body. It was in there for a little bit, so you kind of felt this numbing sensation start to overcome your body just a little bit.
At first, it hurt greatly, and then it began to numb over.
Well, it is entirely possible that this chaos crystal, as I do see it fairly often, could have potentially caused some kind of capsulization of the bodies that were inside. They might have not been able to remove the crystals in time.
I see. So they make more of themselves.
Yes, but I've never seen it happen from itself. These creatures aren't autonomous. There must have been somebody who's controlling them. I know that for sure.
I'm just gonna like scan the area to see if there's like someone like in the outskirts of where we can see, because if these things aren't autonomous and they aren't exactly things you can give orders to, then someone had to have been playing Puppet Master with these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me an observation.
Okay. I'm gonna add a dice of a haunted man just so this is a fucking good roll. That is a dirty 20.
Hey, okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So as you look off in the distance, relatively far away, down further towards the church, you see that there is kind of a decently large congregation of people that had been leaving, and they're relatively far off. There was one figure in particular that seemed as if they were watching from the very edge of the church, just around the corner, peering towards you all.
I would prefer if you wanted not to look around immediately, but Pivot, I need you to, as quickly as you can, get behind the church to see what you can find. There's a figure that is playing Puppet Master with these things. They do not move autonomously. As soon as it sees us walking towards it, we will likely never see it again.
Do you wish to approach the church, Pivot?
Hmm. Let me look at my spells real quick.
Look down this whole time is basically just kind of standing there, just staring at the husks.
Whereabouts roughly were they?
Are you asking me or Thames?
Thames.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Whereabout were they?
They were hiding around the corner of the church. They were a straggler from the crowd. They were looking at us.
Any visual identifiers?
What visual identifiers did I see, Mr. Decker?
Yeah, so from the Nat 20, you didn't get to see a big kind of scope of his character itself. He was just peering around the corner. You could tell that he was wearing a hood, however.
About how tall would you say?
How tall? Average kind of human height.
Would you say they were like skinny in form, average, or large, or?
They seemed a little bit kind of, from what you could just see around the corner, gaunt in the face. They seemed relatively skinny.
They were hooded, gaunt, likely human, average height.
Right then. And I'm going to cast Homebound
Hey, okay.
right to the front of the church.
Homebound to the front of the
So I have
church.
been there before when I was burying the blacksmith.
Hey, okay. Read the spell for chat.
Certainly. The caster concentrates for 3 turns on a location they have been to and wish to travel. After these 3 turns, they are teleported to the location.
Perfect. To the very back of the church. Let's see. Let me open up a map. Reddish is going to take just a second. Let me actually copy your token as well. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, while he's doing that, I'll say, once Pivot's over there, we need to back him up. We do not know what this figure can do.
Just
Marth. Oh, sorry, go
point
ahead.
me in the direction.
And Marth gives you a nod, just very silently, as if not to cause any, or stir any suspicion.
Thank goodness I got this ankle bracelet.
Spring.
He left the castle. The offers is going to be on their way at any time.
Oh!
The backup would have been nice.
Let's go. So, let me actually clear, or I'll move the rest of you all over here. Rizzy, I think he was here. Andrew was a little bit further back. And Temsin LD.
Don't act like we didn't see that token on there.
Which one? Oh,
Which one?
the father there.
The Alice token.
Oh, yeah. She's alive again. Congratulations. Well, I didn't mean to spoil the surprise, but so from the direction that he was viewing was right here, Pivot. Where would you like to teleport? You said to the back side of it, or you want to go to the front?
From the front.
Okay.
Because they're going to be approaching from the back, yeah?
Yes.
Back
Yeah, they'll be.
across the party. Yep.
So you teleport to the back of the church, and are you making your way around to the side of the castle? Or sorry, the front of the church.
Yeah, the front of the church. Main door.
Hey, wow, that's the side of the castle.
Are you making your way and peering around the corner? What would you like to do?
It's pretty much like once he touches down, he's immediately like scanning around for somebody of the description given to him.
Okay. Immediately as you're kind of... Oh, there you are. Immediately as you are looking around, you do not see anybody outside the front. If you wish to turn around the corner, just give me a stealth check, because I'm assuming you're probably being stealthy at this point.
I can't read it. What? I don't remember his stealth. It's just a +1.
Better than nothing.
That's not bad. It's 14.
14. He does... You peer around the corner here, and you do get a good look at him before. Let's see. Where are Dado? Boom, boom, boom. Must find token. All the way. There we go. So from around the corner, you do spot the backside of a man wearing a cloak. And he does hear you, kind of making your way around the side of the castle with a 16. And quickly turns and just silently stares at you. Gives you, doesn't speak, doesn't say anything to you, just gives you a smile through a stitched mouth.
Hmm. I'm just gonna fully step around the corner.
Sorry, go ahead. And you guys are probably, I'm assuming, moving in, yeah?
Yeah. Probably in like a pincer maneuver.
Okay. Look down what
How do you want us
direction?
to move?
Yeah, I suppose Thames is kind of the the ringleader of this operation here. So, how would you like them to move?
I'll have Marth and look down, back up, like pivot the way he went, and I'll have Abraham Drew and Rizzy follow me. I figure so that way there's at least one tonky-ish fella there.
Okay. You and Abraham Drew, you said we're headed this way or this way?
Left.
Okay.
And as well as Rizzy and Marth, and look down the way pivot went.
I just have one question.
Yes.
For Thames, stealthy or not?
Tim's would probably, I would say, probably just say like stealthy until it's obvious that they know you're there.
Okay. Then I will stealth my way over. It was basically, do I run at 80 miles an hour or do I try to not get seen as I'm walking over?
And yeah, give me stealth checks. Have Marth move stealthy.
It's gonna be one of those nights, boys. We need to do something crazy.
As far as the for you, he rolls a 14 on the observation for people that are coming behind here.
I guess Tim's not wearing armor, even though that doesn't mechanically have a benefit in character. He would maybe try to stealth then.
Okay. And Drew and Rizzy. Okay.
Oh crap! I have to retcon that. I forgot I am not wearing armor.
No.
Oh, because you
then you would take
okay.
13.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a. I'm not gonna use a dice slot, man. I rolled a -2.
Oh no. It definitely. So, this man notices Pivot initially, and Pivot steps to the side here just to get a better view of the man, and he still just kind of gives a smile. He hears you coming from behind, but really doesn't pay it much attention.
I'll kind of like motion for Drew and Rizzy to not like form like such a tight line here in case they try to bolt, so we can like intercept them.
So spread out here.
Yep.
And you do so, and you approach further and further here, and everybody kind of just gets in position in general. The person does not move, no matter kind of how much you just surround. They just kind of give you a smile and silently stare.
You're a little puppet master, I would assume.
He kind of puts on a pleading face, and tears kind of form in his eyes.
Wait. This seems familiar.
So I look down.
I look down. When me and Alice were here, I killed someone not in control of themselves. They fought me, but didn't seem to want to.
Mind control them.
I aura read this guy.
You make your way around the corner here to aura read this guy. And what you see when you go to aura read this person is you see nothing. What you do see instead is a just almost like as if the candle was blown out in front of you at the restaurant. You see a just kind of a plume of smoke that is in the shape of this person's body. It doesn't really seem like there is anything or anyone inside this person's body, if that makes sense.
He is empty.
Empty?
And he takes a step forward.
I'd step in front of Pivot.
Marth makes his way around.
Tim was saying to Abraham Drew, you know about souls? What is going on with him?
Yeah. Let me,
And he kind of makes his way over.
I have to look into his eyes.
And he kind of just very slowly makes his way over to this man as he does take another step forward.
Tim should probably get a little closer to back them up.
Abraham Drew kind of hurries along so he can see before he approaches you. And he quickly scans, looking directly into the eyes of this person, and shakes his head and he says,
No soul. There's no soul here. It doesn't even seem as if it is a body.
Takes one more step, and the body itself sets aflame, and it starts slowly sinking into the ground, melting, as it reaches Lookdown's feet and dissipates into the ground. Valrizi's just gonna kind of take a look around. He does give a nat 20 on the observation. He doesn't see anything, but he hears just a very faint, almost as if it is on the wind, cackle. Just a...
Do I hear that by chance?
Give me an observation.
As I say, I don't remember that happening. I got a 13.
A 13, yes. You most certainly do kind of, from Valrizi and your perspective of things, you heard it coming from kind of, it seemed like, the far east.
I look over. See if I see anything.
You quickly look over, and in the tree lines itself, with your good observation check, you see the... Grab them. The man with several stitches across his mouth, cackling to himself without opening his mouth, obviously, and he kind of, just to describe it in a term that would be a good visualization, he shadow steps away.
Gotcha.
And disappears.
Well, oh, damn it. I was gonna say, I'm really fast. I'm gonna try and run up to him.
You can run to the location if you wish.
I do that.
You quickly dash to the location, very, very, very fast, obviously, giving a startle to Marth, and he says, I think Lookdown saw something, and Valrizi kind of just quickly runs past as well. Marth will join.
Tim should go as fast as he could to try to follow.
You and Abraham Drew both with your kind of low chugging speed here.
As soon as I get there, I look around again.
Perfect. Give me another observation check.
Why are you bringing me over?
Oh, I thought you said you follow behind.
I said I'll catch up.
Oh, okay, got you.
He's examining this cloak thing.
That's a nat 20 for 26.
Good. Okay, so you feel like you really get a good look over everything. And it seems like nothing is in view other than Miss Agatha, who is collecting nuts out of a tree. She notices you run up to the location, though, and just kind of moves over to you and waves kind of just very politely. She still has her... You walk up to her, and she approaches you and says,
Light bearers, I came to collect and bring back to the castle.
Did you see the nickel standing here?
and she kind of very confused scratches her head and says,
No, I saw people coming from the graveyard.
I'm gonna go walk up and see what the look on Agatha's face is. Mainly to see if this thing is like another shape changer. AKA, are they traumatized or not?
give me give me an observation check.
Okay. Hey, yo, 15.
You look over Agatha, and she has the same kind of dead expression on her face as she normally does.
We have had an issue with shape changers. As much as I do not want to mention it again, did anything happen in Brever, Agatha?
In Brever. When?
The only time that you were there.
I suppose I don't understand. We didn't do much in Brever. I was just with Abraham Drew.
And she kind of like thinks to herself,
The weird one.
I'm not tweaking. I like almost murked her in Brever, right?
You asked her if she had seen anything in Brever, yeah?
Did anything happen in Brever?
Oh. She kind of just seems very confused by the question. And after a second, I would say she kind of just thinks to herself, and her eyes widen just ever so slightly, and she says,
Oh, yes. I almost died, I guess. Is that what you were asking?
Yes, the shape changers seem to not perfectly mimic whoever they appear as. You're believable.
Ah. Well, yes, that is me, collecting nuts. I left the castle and told Max. He will back up my story if you need.
Tim's going to turn to Marth and will say, Marth, we have a Harbitian that devours things in seconds, and a Chaos Mage on the loose, and currently the only people inhabiting the castle to guard it are Gems, Max, and Penelope.
Alright, let's get back. And he kind of, just immediately starts running towards the gates. We open up the castle map. Where are we at? The castle.
I'm sure everything is fine.
We open up Asia castle map.
There he is.
Oh god, the gang's all here. Oh fuck. The gang's all here. Let me get rid of the gang really quick. Maxwell kind of very stoically stands kind of by over Thames's forge as he hears somebody knock at the door. And he kind of like, he runs over and just opens the door to peer out through, and he sees Agatha standing at the door. And he says, come on in. You find much of anything? And Agatha walks in and shakes her head, no. And he says, I thought you said there was some stuff out there. You really didn't find anything at all? And she once again, just with a deadpan face, shakes her head no. Well, that's too bad, I guess. Can't expect too much out of Reddish, though. It's known for its nefarious people and a lot of crime. So finding some useful things in there might not. Did you get to see Alice? And Agatha, once more, shakes her head no. And after this, I'm gonna give him an intent check. Great. Max rolls a 4 on the intent check, and he kind of just like shrugs his shoulders and says, "Yeah, no, I'm not so great with those things either. I get it. What happened to your brothers and sisters? I'm sure you probably didn't want to see something like that either. I forget I even brought it up. I'm gonna go back to my post. I'm sorry that you didn't find anything." And he makes his way back over to the door here. Agatha makes her way into the castle.
Closer she gets to the dungeon, the more the louder the whistling gets.
And let me just give an observation as we're going through here. Perfect. That is an 18. Heads down through here. Here's whistling from inside the dungeons. And walks over to the dungeons. And the door is actually closed currently. You locked the dungeon before you left, Thames?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Agatha shadow steps past the door.
The tune, of course, being Ba Ba Black Sheep, have you any wool?
It's perfect. Agatha kind of looks off to the side here and sees Ditto just sleeping, or attempting to sleep in the cot through the singing, through the whistling rather. Heads over to the direction of the whistling and stands in front of the gate.
I peer over with one eye, having noticed in the peripheral vision of the giant eyes that there's someone there. I'd keep whistling.
You go back to whistling, and Agatha moves over to the door and kind of just grabs a hold of the bars themselves and just really does give you like a look up and down.
Okay, now I stop whistling and I say to it, "You wouldn't enjoy that. Move away. I don't know you."
Hungry?
No.
Hmm.
And she gives a soft, sweet smile.
So her just appearing here without me having heard the door open is just not giving me good vibes.
Fair point.
Hungry?
What's it to you?
I can feed you.
It would be wasteful, so I'd rather say no. I've not gotten rules yet.
Hmm.
And she kind of just keeps the smile, and you see her kind of back away, head back over to the door itself. And this time, she is going to shadow step out of the castle and begin walking off. And the gang arrives. Let me grab everybody here. Just grab Valrizzi. We'll start from the top. Why not? Valrizzi. Thames. Were you... Sorry, I did forget to ask. You were observing things, Pivot, in the meantime, while that other stuff was happening?
Just checking over the kind of puppet that just kind of fucking burst into flames. Like, examining the remnants that were there.
Oh, good. Okay. So it did kind of... as it just kind of burnt and poofed, it seemed like it turned into some type of material. Give me a nature check.
Is this a common Monsterpedia, or?
No, I wouldn't say so.
That's a 11. Yeah, 11.
You look over this kind of mound on the ground, and it seems like it resembles something to the degree of mud. It seems like there's some type of chaos nature to it. But it seems as inanimate as mud should normally just be. Let's see. Oh, bigot.
Ooh.
Let's see, who are we missing? Look down. Gotta grab Marth. And Big Marth. And
You got to go the plumber mushroom.
You all make your way back, including Agatha. I would say Look Down is probably... you are indeed the fastest. Would you be going ahead first?
I mean, no, because we're just all going back
Okay.
to the
So-
castle. So it's not like there's a...
You all kind of make your way back, or in and around the same time.
Unless somebody was like, oh man, we need to get back there fast, and then I would be, flying, but...
If I walked in and saw Max, I would immediately ask, Max, before you joined, or officially joined us, you wanted to go somewhere. Where was that?
I wanted to go somewhere. Oh, yeah. Before I joined you, let's see. All right. Think. Well, I did want to go to Trell. It was pretty nice there.
Has anyone been into this castle since we left?
Agatha left for nuts. Doing some nut hunting, I guess. That was a little while ago. And he just kind of like looks over to the door, and then like looks down the stairs. Yeah. Wait, you already came home. I just got home, light bearer.
And she shows the kind of collection of nuts that she has.
Thames books it to the basement.
Dun 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 dun. Yeah,
I run after him.
you hear whistling. It's just less structured than it was when you left. Like,
Oh, listen,
there's
very
no exact tune to it right now.
You would go to the armory first.
Okay. Make your way into the armory. I'm assuming you just kind of go right in here.
I see that it's just gems, and I shut the door. And then I go to the dungeon.
No one would even want to be trying to be that guy.
You head over to the
Exactly
dungeon.
how loud is the door creaking open? Is it
It's
quite a lot?
pretty new, but it's still a heavy door, so I'd imagine like their creak is like there's less of a creak and more of just like you probably hear like a slight rumble from it opening.
And the fact that you had to unlock it too, so you probably heard some sort of latch.
Yeah.
Some sort of mechanism.
And yeah, you reach the door and you do find that it is locked.
Well, generally, like, I don't think it has, like, an actual, like, lock on it. I think it just, like, latches from the, like, the side of the door, so I'll latch it.
Okay.
And I'll walk in. And I'll, like,
Whistling stops about the time the door opens.
Tim's hearing the whistling beforehand is a little reassured. But then we'll, like, look at all the cells.
Oh yeah, I'm not in the hammock anymore. I'm above the bucket in the corner, like exactly where the grate cannot see me. Stealthed. Hold on. What's it? I'll roll for stealth.
Stealth check and Mr. Thames give you an observation.
That is a 1 on my observation.
I got a 23 on my stealth roll.
23. Mr. Thames, what did you get on your observation?
I rolled a 1.
Oh. Yeah, you kind of make your way. You're still kind of intently looking for him because you did hear whistling. But with the relatively low observation check, you just kind of look into the room, expecting him to be in and around the area of the cot, and you don't see him immediately.
I pop my head into the view of the fucking grate, and I look at the giant turtle thing, and I'm just like, that door didn't open before. Is there some other entrance to this dungeon?
Door didn't open before? What do you mean?
Yes. That other Habitian was down here, asking me if I needed food in a very odd manner.
How long ago?
Minutes. Was it a few minutes?
Yeah, it was a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, I think also Look Down was saying that he was running after Thames.
Yes. I can at least notice urgency. Not that,
Got you. Let me grab you here. So you are pretty just close behind Thames anyways.
I probably am confused because I don't think I knew that we had Ditto as a prisoner. Or at least I haven't been in the dungeon since then. I probably actually chill at the entrance to the dungeons for a couple seconds before I walk in.
It's like, what the hell? It's bougie now.
What the hell?
Man,
Only
prisoners
reason
these days got
I-
it so good.
Only reason I looked around the corner is because I heard the fat ass footsteps of the very big Turlia.
No, there is no other entrance.
Well,
you-
that's ominous.
Did you see where
I
they
know
went?
No. How could I? I'm in here, and I detach from the wall. Just kind of stand in front of the grate, like 3 feet back of the grate. Like I'm not gonna get that close to Tim.
To be quite honest, I don't know your anatomy. It was worth asking. And then Tim's gonna go walk back to the entrance.
But what did he ask me about my anatomy?
Oh, he's saying he didn't know your anatomy, so
Oh,
he asked
God.
you.
Okay. Now I'm in tension.
Then he's gonna like walk over to look down and say, "Walk all around. You see Agatha, the one that's not with our group right now. They're our enemy.
Okay.
If they're with our
Yes.
group, do not hurt them." And then Tim's kind of rushes to go look around throughout. And
Did
search
I
all the
hear
rooms.
this?
Give me an observation.
That would be a. What's my observation again? That would be a 13.
You hear kind of bits and pieces of it that they're looking around the castle at the very least.
Yeah, I'm slowly growing more and more on edge.
I do as I was commanded. I try to find this solo Agatha creature.
You give a look around the castle. I'm assuming kind of starting with anything that's in front of you. Look down, right?
Mhm.
You don't really notice anything in any of these rooms. You open up the armory and see gems alone.
I stare at him.
Yes, may I help you?
Looking for other Agatha.
Other Agatha. Agatha. Truly, what a beautiful name. Well, I have not seen Agatha. She left some time ago to go get some nuts. Well, I had made a joke originally about... Oh, never mind. I have not seen her.
You take a long time to answer. And then I close the door and continue my search.
Thames, whereabouts are you looking?
I'm not looking. I'm going straight to Marth.
Got you. Okay. Look down as you're looking through all the areas here. You do not find anything.
What? Shocker.
Absolutely none. And you head upstairs to Marth. Yeet.
It seems our doppelganger, that is, or perhaps even Buzz, I do not know, in the castle, can walk through walls. If the prisoner is to be believed.
Walk through walls. So
They got in the dungeons without opening the vault door. There is no entrance to the dungeons other than the vault door.
fair enough.
Were you able to track them down? Or are they gone?
I have looked down looking for them. Best case scenario, probably somewhere in the basement. Worst case scenario, They've already left.
Did Slythe happen to see them? The female prisoner that we had?
See them?
Yeah, you said that they made their way into the dungeons, yeah?
Yes, I asked the Herbitian. They said that they did not see where they went, but they were asking them if they were hungry in an odd way.
Great. Rizzy. And Val Rizzy kind of makes his way over to the rest of you and says, "Yeah, that doesn't bode well at all. We'll really double down on things in the city. Make sure that anyone and everybody who's making their way into the city knows that that there may or may not be a doppelganger out there. Where did Aldouzi go?" I assume
He's
probably
in the basement.
Yeah, probably in the basement, yeah.
With his shadow clone.
I mean, I would have checked like Alice's room, Pivot's room, the vault. I would have made my way through each door, like the war room, and if enough time has gone by, then yeah, I guess I'd be in the basement.
Okay.
Aldouzi said that that the person was mimicking me. Did you interact with him at all?
Yes. I thought it was odd whenever they told you that Alice was dead. I would have expected you to be crying on the spot, but they were perhaps about as cold as I would be.
All right, so bad actor. That's one of the signs we're probably gonna have to look out for. They might be able to mimic looks and sound, like a regular Doppler might be, but it would probably take some extensive time around the person itself to be able to mimic them properly. I'll let everybody know that if anybody is acting suspiciously at all, outside their character, who they normally might be, that we'll take them in and question them.
Do keep in mind that if they know that you are onto them, it is highly unlikely they will stay still, and that they can walk through walls. How are you going to confine them?
Well, if worse comes to worse, we give them the average reddish citizen's greeting. Well, at nighttime, that is. Well, that usually ends with a shiv. If they act out, we'll make sure we're in close proximity and give them a little jab. See if they are still acting normally by the end of that.
Might not be a bad move. If they bleed, you can track them better.
Yeah,
And pick these up when I was walking through Megalite. He pulls out the, I believe they're called Arcna cuffs. He's gonna hand them over to Tim's. Or did I do that already? I don't remember.
I don't think you did, no. I think this is the first time you brought it up with him.
I think you could replicate these.
What do they do?
Slap them on a mage's hands and it disables their access to magic.
I probably could, but anti-magic materials, they are rare. Very rare.
Something to look out for then.
We would
Mechlite
need,
soldiers seem to carry them, so...
if we can take them from them, it would be best. Otherwise, we need salt from Dragonmaw and Archnabane. Both are very hard to come by.
Right. Very well.
If Mechalite is making them, though, perhaps they have a depot of it. But we do have a truce with them. But I'd be willing to bet that's not all Mechalite citizens care about a truce we made, and perhaps have stolen some.
What was that city you mentioned? Denland? Yes. Perhaps we might find something there.
Denland. Oh. Denland is, that's... Yeah, that was the city from where that guy was.
Which guy?
The Mechalite soldier that showed up in Reddish about a year ago. We were looking for that gang.
What was the soldier's name?
He never gave a name. Cortez kind of brutally interrogated him, so to speak. He was never really light on people that he wanted information out of. However, he didn't give up his name.
What did he look like?
Hell, what did he look like? I never got a peek at him. He just brought it up at the meeting.
You carry files?
Shoot. Do we carry files? Well, I mean, most things in Reddish are kept very hush-hush, especially back in the day with the vows. Any information kind of stayed between us.
I assume any physical copies went up with the Finderless State as well.
Yeah, bingo. I hate to, play catch and run here, but I should make sure I head back to the city and make sure everybody's alright.
David's actually... He's gonna take the Arknikufs back from Thames and give them to Rizzy. If you have someone pretty suspected down, slap them on their wrists. Might lock down their ability to move.
Yeah, will do. That should stop him from, definitely being too wiggly. Well, that and a knife. And he kind of gives you a smile. You know what?
I wish you luck. It'll be a tricky foe to hunt down. Give us a call if you need help.
Most certainly I will. But, there's one other thing that I want to do before you head out. I hate to speak for the dead, but I think Alice would like it too.
And he heads over to the door and says,
"Just make sure you stay before I, head back. I've got something for you."
He heads down the stairs. Seems to be at a pretty fast pace.
It's probably for the best they stay safe, but the fact that this intruder went into our castle makes me feel as if we are the target, not Reddish.
If we were the target, they'd do more than just walk into the dungeon and speak to Slythe.
Perhaps they thought they could find an ally.
But leaving immediately after?
If Slythe's still there, and they can walk through the walls, I assume Slythe did not agree.
I suppose it's probably time that I should have a conversation with him.
When he spoke to me, he mentioned that he is willing to work with us, but he needs a set of rules to work with.
And Marth kind of raises his eyebrow at that, in the fact that nobody has ever willingly come up to him and asked him to kind of give them rules. And he says, "Well, maybe he'll be more agreeable than I thought he would."
I think it helps him master his instincts if he has something he needs to define himself against.
Right.
I have one rule. He eats any of us, he dies. Now I need to go stop lockdowns from searching every inch.
Good luck catching up to him.
Just lifting up
Fucking
every single
English.
individual tile.
Yeah, peeking under every single thing.
I feel that, man. English is such a language.
It's a something.
Look down is probably just coming back up. From
I have a lot of basement to search. I don't know what you're talking about.
you have like a yeah, I guess that's true. So
Yeah, bro, any trip into the basement, if you're searching everywhere in there, it's an hour.
yeah, it is a big ass area. As Marth kind of goes to head down towards the dungeons, he just looks over to you, Piv, and says, "I'll be back. I'm gonna have a conversation with Slythe. After that, we'll head out. We need to find a place to park the castle before we head back into Mechalite."
Very well.
He starts making his way over to the throne door, and your olivinium stone lights up, Mr. Pivot.
Pivot answers it.
You answer the olivinium, and almost right away you hear a very familiar voice of Vinit Pang, and he says,
Marth Silmans. I need to speak with him right now.
Moth.
and you catch him kind of like right as he's about to head to the door, and he quickly turns around and makes his way over to you, seeing that you have the olivinium stone in your hands.
Oh, Vinit Pang, how may I help you? It's good to see you again.
And he kind of immediately interjects, and he says,
Diotis is in shambles. Ever since we have met you, every single action, our lives have deteriorated here. Diotis and its citizens, there is a blood fog murdering them.
and I'm going to give Marth a roll here. As I do this roll, okay. This is a big one. Vinit Pang continues on and says,
Lord Eltrin said that he wishes to have a conversation with us, an open dialogue, and, well, I'm thinking of...
And Marth kind of immediately cuts in and says, Vinit Pang, your country broke free from the Greywing Empire thousands of years ago. Who was at your side then?
No.
Yes, Petovia. Back then, Mechalite tried to drive a wedge between Petovia and Trell as well, just as they're doing now. But through determination and trust, our countries worked with one another to overthrow our oppressor and earn freedom.
Yes, but it seems that times have changed.
Nothing has changed. In fact, I'd argue they're painfully the same, Vinit Pang. Mechalite is once again trying to mold the world into a figure that befits their tyranny. Diotis is just the beginning. If you insist on pushing meaningless change into the world, then so be it. If you wish to spend the rest of your existence as Mechalite's lapdog, then so be it, Vinit Pang. But should you prostrate yourself to them, know that they will take your fangs. You will never bite again. I'll say this once and be done with it. Either be a man of honor and die with dignity, or be known as a leader that laid down, waiting to be eaten by autocracies advance. Am I clear?
You are nothing like your father. You're pointed and crude. But you are correct. I am a coward. We are afraid. I will delay speaking to Lord Eldrin for as long as I can. I will meet with him only under the circumstances that you are present. However, we are being murdered out here. Marth Silmance. I wish for you to make accountability of your actions as well, and realize what you have put us in. Good day.
And he disconnects from the call. Well, and he kind of just like...
joy to have allies.
Very much so. I thought he perhaps would know in the beginning that attempting to challenge the Mechalite Empire would come at a cost regardless. I know Diotis was kind of the breadwinning point to put him over the edge, but it went about as well as I think it could have.
That's all you have to thank for that one.
Yeah. And he, once again, begins heading down towards the basement.
I wonder who told Troll that it would be simple.
This will be easy.
We got this.
Marth makes his way back over to the dungeons here and opens up the door. You hear the door once more being opened up your slate.
I'm no longer in the hammock. Oh, yeah, I never went back to the hammock. Not whistling, kind of just pacing the fucking cell.
And
Specifically the door. Like, I'm pacing back and forth in front of the door. Like, have you ever seen a cat in a zoo? Or a cat, like, looking through a barred gate, just walking back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
He hears your kind of just thorny tendrils just pitter-pattering across the stone floors here, and he makes his way around the corner and gets relatively close to the door here and says, Slythe, I presume, yeah?
Yes.
It's good to meet you. My name is Marth Silmance.
I know.
Sure.
Who was that? Who was that came here and asked if I was hungry? People who ask if I'm hungry and offer me food usually want something. Who was it?
From our understanding, it is somebody who plays as a doppelganger. They were disguised as Agatha. She's one of the resident Herbetians here. One of our allies.
I kind of just stared at him blankly, but not in a... Well, yeah, I just stared at him.
Did they say anything else to you when they came in?
No.
I would like to know a little bit more about you, Slythe.
Didn't the little one tell you?
He gave me some things to have a basis off of, but I just... You need to...
Well, and I kind of just like, back up hand. Oh, arm tendril things spread wide, and I just say, "Well, I was born outside Bilm, sprouted right out of the ground. No one knows how. I stalked the little people. I ate things. I slept under things. It was life. Yes, that was life. And then I died. Just kidding. I got burned quite badly. People think I died, but I didn't actually die. And I just kind of like, like he turns somewhat away, but not fully, and kind of just laughs at himself.
Just around. And Marth kind of impatiently just smacks the side of the wall, and he says, "Slow down. We need to start from one spot and not go from point A to Z, preferably."
Having snapped my head towards him when he slapped the wall, I am now less amused. What point do you wish?
I suppose we'll start with the cross. Why were you hanging on a cross when we came across you?
My brother and father restrained me there.
Your brother and father... What? Sorry?
Well, not there, but they put me on the cross in the nights so that I didn't eat them in their sleep.
This cross, it keeps you from eating people?
Oh, when I'm asleep.
You seem to pretty easily slip through the
When I'm
restraints of the
awake.
cross. I see. Pivot said something about you need to eat a nickel creature every 24 hours.
Yes. Otherwise I get hangry. Get the midnight snackies. I need something then, and that might not be very pretty for anyone in here.
And it has to be a nickel creature.
Well, I've tried pigs and deer, dogs. Doesn't really work. No. Just always want more.
So from my understanding, you need to eat a nickel creature every 24 hours, and should you not, you need to restrain yourself to a cross so you do not get out.
It's manageable when I'm awake, but I've woken up in some bad situations when I'm hungry. Ugly being the rather word. Yes, that is the better word for it. Not bad. Quite tasty, actually. Anyway.
Who was it that burnt you, Slythe?
Oh, I won't name him. No. Fuck that name. I'll name him later. But he was a Mechalite. I was burnt by Mechalite. Burned, betrayed, banished, more or less to the sense of the word. I got... details are hazy. Kind of more focused on the burn. It quite hurt. As I'm doing this, I'm like clicking my thorns.
You speak about eating very casually. You realize that is abhorrent, right?
Let me ask you this, Marth Stillmans, king of this nation that I was born to, king who was not here as I grew in the streets and as I was harried and chased. How do you eat? What do you eat? Do you find any moral obligation to the potato on your plate? Do you writhe in agony of just pure sadness as you eat your broccoli?
No, I actually don't give too much of a thought as to what I eat, as long as it is within the right moral boundary, of course, Slythe.
That's it. Morality is based on perspective. To the canary, the cat is a monster. To us, the cat is adorable and fluffy and likes sleeping everywhere. I am the cat in this situation, if that was not obvious.
Quite. It doesn't mean that we have to accept it. Hence you being behind bars.
Yes, so I noticed.
My point being, I suppose, is you seem to be a bit of a slave to this hunger. Should you not eat something, it seems you're reacting outside of how you normally would. You seem very confident, witty when I'm speaking to you here, but is that a ploy for maybe covering up just how helpless to this hunger you might be? Does the hunger control you, or really do you control the hunger, Slythe?
I've never gotten far enough to figure that one out, so I suppose that's something for future. But I'll tell you this, Marth Stillmans. If I am given... Actually, no, not even given. If I'm allowed opportunity to feed, and it does not need to be living, can be years old, I've paraded graveyards before, that is preferable to your morality. I can sustain myself on the deceased.
I do understand that you need to eat, and I understand that you need to eat nickel creatures. I have no questions as to... Dead will do. We, as a group and in this war, albeit, it seems that there might not be a certain way wars should be fought, but there is a level of decorum that comes along with fighting these types of situations. We want to be...
Non-negotiable point, I will eat people who attack me.
You see...
Let's call it self-defense.
What I suppose my point is if anybody survives a battle, so to speak, and they witness you eating somebody who is living, if they witness you eating people at all, it wouldn't really help with things going forward.
Wouldn't
you
reflect
understand.
well, would it?
No, it really wouldn't reflect well.
I can be discreet.
Then I suppose we might be able to find some middle ground. However, I do have to be quite plain with you, Slythe. My last question is, where do you find yourself in 10 years, should this war be over, and should we come out on the victorious side of things?
Away. Wherever the blood flows, I will be. The blood will flow here. I sense it. I can see it in the political whatever. I can see the blood boiling on the border. I will be here whilst the war rages. The coming war. That has already been fought, but it will get worse, I assume. And when that war is gone, I'll go find a new one. I'm a mercenary. Yeah, that's what I am. That's what I am now.
Then I suppose we have an understanding. War isn't specifically for the Saints, just in particular, When we're fighting this war for Petovia, we're fighting for everybody in Petovia. Even if it does mean we're fighting for cannibals. Good. We have an understanding. However, should this war come to an end and we're victorious, there is no place for you in Petovia.
Wouldn't want it any other way. It'd be boring.
Good. Surprisingly enough, you're in certain ways more agreeable than... never mind.
do me one favor, and I will allow you to walk the castle freely. We'll lay down some ground rules. I see.
Yes, I've been waiting for this.
So, I think it goes without saying you will not be eating anybody inside this castle. Should you...
The dungeon count as part of the castle?
You cannot eat any of the prisoners either, no. I will afford you, every once in a while, certain prisoners that I can bring to you. Deplorable people. They will be a dead, of course. Should their soul still be inside their body, I don't want to see you bare your teeth at them at all. You can keep that to yourself.
Agree. I'm not very happy about it, but it's agreeable.
Good. Then you have free access to this castle. We'll make sure that that you're fed every 24 hours. We do fight quite often. We'll make sure we bring the cross in here. You'll have that as an accommodation. And one last thing. As a sort of initiation, I would like to... And he kind of reaches for the Book of Naturna. I would like to just peer into your mind.
Oh, do I get a choice in what I show him?
Your mind is quite susceptible. It's up to you.
At hearing the words, he'll peer into my mind. What's it? I recall one of the ambushes I did against Mykolite soldiers.
Oh, he isn't specifically going to be looking into your mind at the moment.
And then
I would, to be transparent with you, use this book. Both of us would be asleep. I would just be exploring your mind. I need to make sure that there's no form of chaos residing in your body. Chaos, well, it brings a lot of unreliability. A lot of baggage. If I don't find anything, if I'm able...
Stillman's, I don't meddle with chaos. If that thing slipped in, it was when I was asleep.
Then you should potentially have nothing to hide, yes.
Nothing to hide, things to hide, things to hide. I'm a traitor! Yes, let that be known. Transparent about it. I betrayed people. And I was betrayed. That's why I'm burned, you see. And I point at the burned scars on me. So let's just be transparent in the light of transparency. Let me just return that transparency. Can't think of words. Yes.
Well,
and I gotta just smile and look at him.
It's not specifically what I was looking for, but sure. We are going to be moving this castle in just a little while. We're going to be setting it down and heading into Mykolite. After that...
I visibly bristle at the word.
After that, I will do this experiment with you. Both you and I will spend some time together. Should you clear things, then welcome to the team. Until then, I'm going to have to keep you inside the dungeon. I hope you understand.
This is a fair bargain.
We'll be heading to Sens shortly. After that, you can have some time outside. It's filled with chaotic energy. Perhaps something that you... Oh, of course you wouldn't like. And he smiles and starts kind of
As
making
he
his way up.
as he walks away, I just say, "Remember, Mastermans, I am here because I do not want to leave. I am not a dog. Don't treat me as one."
And Martha doesn't really honor it a response. He just kind of heads out of the dungeon.
And I get back on my hammock.
Perfect.
Now to torture the other prisoner with "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star."
Oh no! Oh no, bro!
This poor fucking girl, dude.
It's eh.
Wait, it's warranted. Oh no!
It's good.
Wow.
Worst.
After a while, look down. You've searched the dungeons for a fair bit. Mr. Temsathy, where you headed?
I'll go down like the stairs and I'll start tapping with my cane the beat on the drum that Look Down does. That way, like he hears me.
Huh. That is unique. Do I hear it?
Give me an observation. Actually, we'll bring you right back up. Oh no, it's doing it again. Oh no! Why is it only Look Down's character?
Oh no! He's in the
Well,
walls. He's in the walls. He's in the walls.
There's gonna be like 100 look downs in here at one point.
Yeah, probably. And it's probably gonna be
Peel
canon.
back the wallpaper, all the look downs are just lined up.
It's all look down. Always has been.
What was your observation? Sorry.
13.
You do lightly hear it kind of tapping, and you yeah.
I go to where I hear the tapping.
Head back up to the top of the stairs here and see Thames.
Your search is no longer needed. We will be
Oh.
returning to Sins. While we're here, though, I may as well show you something. Follow me. And I bring him over to the ladder.
I follow Thames. In case anybody was wondering, if I decided today would be the day of Defiant.
I'll climb up the ladder.
Head up the ladder here. And one more. And let me grab Look Down. Up the ladder we go, baby.
It's been, what, 30 episodes in the making? Oh.
How are you feeling? Healthy?
I look down at my body. I don't know. Feel okay.
If my very, very rough, I have not even calculations, estimations, say anything, you should be probably okay. If not, I'll get pivoted. Would you like to try this out?
What is it?
I opened the back of the cannon.
I'm so excited. I look inside.
Climb on in.
I shuffle my way inside.
Know that intentionally you'll be traveling very fast. If you don't, this thing doesn't work, and I need to work on it.
Okay.
And if you are seriously injured, yell as loud as possible.
I will try.
Or start waving your hands towards the castle if your lungs are punctured.
What are lungs.
So, you know how you breathe, and Tim's like exaggerates his breathing.
Keen, I have to ask,
Yes.
do I breathe?
You do indeed breathe.
Okay, I probably should have asked.
How do
this
you, why do you
way
need to ask that?
I mean, it's kind of a fair question, to be fair.
You never
With
know
all
with
the
this.
Bro, just like
has been breathing this whole time, never came up.
yeah, I'm sure Pivot would have noticed at some point that this guy's not breathing.
I figured as much too, but I just wanted to make sure. Especially with everything that's happened.
If you cannot do that, that means your lungs are punctured. As for everything else, if we were perhaps in a more that. On the count of, well, you probably actually can barely hear me through there. Just stay prepared once I close the latch.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I like to do, I have never been fired out of one of these things before, but I like to say tally ho. Maybe it will help you.
Tally. Oh.
Tim's closes the latch and lights the fuse.
Oh, no. Okay, I need to ask where you are firing him towards.
I'm firing him like not at the gates of Reddish, so that way, so that way they don't fucking get a surprise look down splatting the wall.
I just need to ask these things.
I'm gonna like
Reasonable
fire
question.
him. I'm gonna fire him like if there's like a field to the left of Reddish.
So in Reddish is pretty much entirely surrounded by forest.
Okay, I'm gonna see if you can clear the gate of Reddish then.
Okay. Dude, have we set a range for this, by the way? I don't know if we had yet.
Nope, we have none.
Oh boy.
Shoot him at the moon.
That's kind of why we're testing
To
this.
the
You
moon.
can't exactly figure out a range for it until you do it.
What is the range of launching a human-sized shape through a cannon?
A cannon specifically
on the-
made.
Yeah, it's specifically made to fire human-sized projectiles.
I'd say that depends heavily on the propellant.
Yeah.
Well, what's the propellant?
The propellant is a mixture of explosive and I imagine probably small scraps of elephant gland.
Yeah, the elephant gland, which fires bullets at like.
Alrighty.
So you light this fuse and you're firing him towards the gates of Reddish.
Not towards, over.
Over the gates of Reddish.
We're seeing if we can clear Reddish.
Yeah.
I am.
Gonna
I'm
give Rizzy a heart
I'm
attack.
almost so sorry. I'm
I'm
half
dying, I
very
know.
sorry.
No. Don't be sorry. This has been our stupidity in the making for 30-something episodes. It has come to fruition. I'm willing to eat this.
20 d6. So you're gonna get fired about 200 feet. You are
Can we
going to-
just
I've seen it
say
that
I
far.
put my armor on?
Sure.
Okay. Solid. This is-
6. Give me one.
Hang it. Man. I'll have a healing potion to my chest, so when I concussively land, it breaks open.
It does what? Give you broken glass in your wounds? Like, you need to ingest that
No.
shit, man.
No. It'll work because it'll shatter and the glass will cut me, and then the healing.
Oh, so the
will go
potion's
into
just gonna
wounds.
like jam straight into your stomach. Like it's gonna like pop open its cork and go straight into your stomach through your
Lethal
chest.
injection.
Hey, Chad, if you could
My
inject yourself with a
fingers
healing
close
potion, would
around
you
the
do it?
glass.
I just drink it and hold it in my mouth as I get launched.
Starts fucking shooting it up with a needle.
On a scale of crazy things that I did not expect to happen right now, that is definitely one of them. Okay, let's see. Let me do a
We've
little
got
bit
an
of a measurement.
infiltrator in the city. What do? Fire look down.
Fire submission!
Wait, no, this is perfect. Can I observation check to see if I find any shady people?
Yeah, you get a sightline view. Do you want to give an observation check as you're flying above the gates of Reddish? Go ahead.
A 10.
He's gonna have to come down. It's like, look, man, what happened?
Yeah, you don't see anything other than quite a few trees that you clear over, the gates which you clear over, and let me just do a measurement from here. So this is what 200 would be. Okay.
Please tell me I land in grass.
We're gonna say probably no.
Didn't
We're
even roll for it. No.
No. We're gonna say you probably land
Oh.
in and around right here. Look down, okay?
I have an idea. Don't worry, guys. It'll be okay.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Trust me. Just
I
trust.
I literally cannot be this mean even.
No. Trust. I got this.
Okay.
No. Do what you're gonna do. Do it.
I don't think you want me to do what I'm gonna do. You. Oh my god. Give me a will saving
Okay.
throw.
No. Here's the thing. Before I land, I'm not that dumb. I'm gonna pop the dome shield and just meteorite.
Okay. Give me a will saving throw.
Oh fuck. Oh man. Natural 20.
What the hell?
Okay.
God wanted this to happen.
Hang on. For a 17.
For a 17. That'll
Yep.
still do. All right.
DM gives us a look down cannon and does not expect look down to be shot out of the look down cannon.
I just didn't expect it to be here.
Yeah, we'll live test it in Becalite.
I'm here for it.
Get him, look down.
3, 4, 9, 12.
Look, nobody would blame you for
22.
using an online dice roller.
No. This is special.
You're damn right. It is.
28.
We're also
34,
special.
39. All right, and then we got to roll again. 42, 47, 51, 53, 56, 57, 58. Oops.
So this sounds fine.
60, 65. That is 71 points of impetus damage. I think you're dome. You're an imp. And you deal approximately the same, or I shouldn't even say approximately. You deal the same amount of damage as you kind of launch into the ground here. The dome shield is. I'm sorry.
Did I catch up to Rizzy?
The dome shield was at full health. Yes.
Yes.
You make a massive, just engulfed dent in the pavement here. It kind of just, and you glide along, kind of bounce off a couple of times. Let me see if I can just update. Let's see if there's like any
Oh man, wait! I'm just like I came to Earth in a sand pod, full circle.
It always comes full circle.
I think the impetus damage did like less than a fourth of the dome shield's health.
Yeah.
It did indeed.
It works.
Just express delivered, packaged, factory to door look down.
Guys, if it did this much to the road, imagine if look down fucking point and blank hit someone in like a fucking like tower. You're just chilling on a tower, and then suddenly you just get hit at Mach 2 by a fucking dome shield.
This is how we're gonna fight Soviet.
Fucking Shadow of the Colossus here.
Yeah. Yep. We're sending Look down. He's gonna get her.
Oh boy.
Oh no, she's flying away. Get the cannon, boys.
Get him, Look down.
I'm just running up there already.
You give a gigantic there's just a massive hole in their main road into Reddish here, along with several kind of just skidded marks of your dome shield, your stone dome shield, just but you do indeed land safely.
Oh, how much was it? 74?
It was either 71 or 74. I think it was 74.
44.
And as you are you staying inside the dome shield?
Once it stops, I'll wait there for a second, and then yeah, I'll remove the shield.
You let's see. Where are the Never mind, I'll find them in a second. Yeah, you make your way out of the shield to seeing Val Rizzi as well as some
I'm just sitting on the ground, legs spread out, looking up at him, or just looking towards him.
You see a bunch of Patovian New Order soldiers alongside Val Rizzi as you kind of just make your way out of this dome shield, and he runs over to you, grabs you by the jacket, and says, what the hell, Doozy, what are you doing? For Bellor's sake, look at this shit!
I look back. Was fun.
Your fun antics are gonna run me back. Oh, gee. Oh my God! I try to do one good thing for somebody. I try to surprise somebody, and this is what I get at the end of the day. What if you hit somebody in Reddish? Can you imagine what that would have done to my soft complexion?
No.
And like he just up in arms, like runs over and lays down in the pit that is now here and does like almost a snow angel, and then like gets back up and looks at you like angrily and says, that's what would have happened to me. I would have been splatted into the ground 5 feet under.
Pre-buried.
Oh. But. And I looked to make sure I didn't hit anybody.
Who sent you there? Who fired you out?
Composure. Find it.
You're right. Thames.
I'm getting my fucking money back.
And he starts to head towards the castle with all the Patovian New Order soldiers.
All Look Down can think is Alice would have liked it.
And now we laugh.
Oh God.
As he fucking approaches the tower, I'll kind of just yell out to the cannon tower and say, "Did he hit the road?"
Yeah, oh, he hit the road all right. He
Is
fucking...
all right?
What?
Is he all right?
Are you all right?
More than. Oh, but
No,
you
you're
said that he
clearly
hit-
not. Who fires a look-down-sized projectile at an allied city? Don't you realize that could have just killed a bunch of people?
Oh. And Tim tosses a fucking pouch of gold outside the tower.
I was so happy to help. You know, I'm going inside.
To be fair, if I pointed it out to Forrest, there's a good chance that he would have gone through several trees.
And let's open up the castle map here. Oh, dear lord.
Tim starts to fucking walk back, like, and go to the bathroom. And just kind of wait things out.
Oh, God. Oh, dear lord. Here, let me bring Marth up. Let me bring you down. Oh, wait, you're up here.
It's another look down.
You make your way over and into the into the bathroom, and do you seem pretty pleased with yourself?
Yes, in fact. It worked. If the only time that Tim's really wouldn't have been is if like look down like fell 10 feet from the cannon.
Oh, dear lord. Valrizzi kind of runs up the stairs alongside the rest of his men very aggressively, and doesn't bother like knocking. Just enters in, much to the surprise of kind of Marth and everybody else. They're still kind of on edge from everything. And he looks directly over to Marth and says,
Do you have a handle on people? Like, really? What? Never mind. I just can't be bothered anymore. You better not make any surprise visits to Reddish, okay? And if you bring that castle along, that's going a long, long and far away, okay? You're parking that, and you're walking a couple of miles into Reddish next time you come, okay? I've had enough of this shit. First Alice... No, not even first. First we go through the whole Val, the families that we have to deal with here. We had a lot of internal terrorism from within Reddish. And now we got outside terrorism coming into Reddish. This shit is unbelievable. You can't even write it. Anyways, fuck's sake, here's like 50 of my men. If you shoot a single one out of a cannon, so help me God, I will be back here, sticking my foot up your ass, hell, even El Doozy. I'm fucking done. Good luck.
he runs down, and Marth is just like wide-eyed, very confused.
Oh, we got the super shroom trooper on our side now.
Hey, let's go, the boys.
Fuck.
And did you come back to the castle, look down?
Yeah, I would have started like, I mean, from that adrenaline, even as fucking solid as a unit as Lookdown is, it takes him a second to calm down from that. And then he'll slowly start to just walk back at like a Thames pace.
And you pass Valrizia on the way as he kind of makes his way to the bottom of the stairs and starts very aggressively just like power walking back to the city.
I'm gonna make my way to the war room and I'm gonna fucking Fortnite build the panic room.
So, are we just alienating our only allies now?
Whenever you get to the panic room, can I see the tunnels there real quick?
Hold on. I need a fucking second. Holy shit. What is wrong with you? Okay.
You never let us have fun. Just give us this.
You make your way over to the panic room. Oh no. Are you stuck in the walls now too? No, you're good.
No. I go through the door into the northmost part. I climb up the ladder.
You climb up the ladder.
I move the bed aside, I climb in, and then I just, sit down a little. I put the bed back over the hedge.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I am adding to the complications on the sheet. Literal terrorism? That's... yeah. Alright then.
Destruction of a monument. Is a road a monument? I don't know.
Oh.
Definitely destruction of public property.
Defacement of public infrastructure.
There you go.
And Marth like looks over to the soldiers, and he just like shrugs his shoulders, and he's just like, I don't really know. You'll be staying with us. Let's hopefully there's some room set us. Just come with me for now. Oh my god. And he heads downstairs. Valrizzi passes you on the way and just angrily walks past.
He doesn't. He just walks past me.
Yeah, oh yeah, he just walks past you.
Rizzy.
Yes.
It's good to see you again.
And he stops very stiffly with his both fists clenched, looking back towards Reddish.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, Eldizzy. Stay safe.
You can't see it, but he smiles. Make your way inside.
And I go back up to where the cannon is.
Oh
I
god.
leave these
no.
idiots unsupervised for 2 minutes.
No!
2 minutes.
What is happening? You make your way back over to the cannon.
When I notice Thames isn't there, I walk back down. And I go to I actually go to Alice's room, and I just tell Alice the story of me being launched through a fucking metal cylindrical thing. 'Cause I don't know where Thames is.
Faster than an arrow.
Oh, dear lord.
And then I walk back into the common room to go to my room when I'm done.
Beautiful. Head back over to your room. Marth and the soldiers here. There's a fair bit of soldiers here. He kind of looks them over, looks into the room here, and opens it up to see gems. And Gems sees Marth kind of enter, and he says,
Oh, hello, sir. Sir, is there anything I can be help with?
there's not enough room for you in here. We're gonna have to, I know it might seem a bit odd at the moment, but we have a little bit of room downstairs.
You could probably see a little bit of smoke coming down from the top of the spire.
Yeah, he probably does, seeing it coming down from, like, the upstairs here. He kind of pushes them along so they don't really see anything, and brings them down into the basement. Oh, dear lord.
I'm just gonna walk out of his room and out of the forge. What's with the look on everybody's faces?
No, I'm just as lost as everybody else. I thought I heard a boom, though. I promise it wasn't me.
Well, Rizzy stormed in here saying something about terrorism on Allied homes, and then gave us some 50 soldiers and stormed off in a huff. I think Marth is trying to find a place for the soldiers to go.
That is odd. And then Tim's gonna look down, begin walking in the door, and begin walking over there before look down reaches everybody else. And then we'll say, "This is between you and I now."
It's punching.
What? What is?
Don't worry
What's-
about it. The story is just the tale between me and you. Anyways, Tim's walks back to the porch.
Oh, dear lord.
Hey.
Well, at least we can always keep you on your toes, Keen.
Yep. I mean, it certainly did. I have to admit.
After running into Thames, look down. We'll be like, oh, I forgot to try something. To Thames.
Oh, gotcha.
And if Thames
gotcha.
keeps walking, and if Thames keeps walking, and look down, we'll just follow him.
Yep. If look down's following, Tim's will shut the door after he walks in. How far did you go?
Into the mid. I don't know. I was. How? Oh man, I can't remember where it was, where I landed. What was the building I was closest to?
You cleared the gates. You landed kind of just, I want to say just shy of the poor side of the city, the cheaper houses.
Cool. Look down wouldn't know how to say it that way. So he'll just say about pretty far.
Did you hit the road? Razy said you did, but did you hit the road in the center? Did you hit it on the side?
In the middle.
How far were you from the gate?
Look down tries to think of a way to explain it. I don't know.
Okay, so that means you should have gone anywhere from 150 to 2,000 feet. You got back here fairly quickly. Probably around 200 to 300 feet. That's pretty good. I'm glad it worked.
I don't know what that means, but it was fun.
We probably need to wait a good bit until we do that again, because I doubt we'll get away with it next time.
Yeah.
Kick store down. What do you mean next time?
Don't.
Rizzy seemed different.
Was he upset?
I think so. He was shaking a lot and yelling.
Was he close to you whenever you landed?
A little bit. I can't say for sure. Couldn't see. And I lift up the dome shield and I put it down because it needs to be repaired.
Yeah, Tim's will just Fortnite put it right then and there. And then we'll say, probably saw his life flash before his eyes. Well, like I said, don't share that story, especially to Marth. I will maybe breach it to Pivot delicately.
Oh, okay.
Dead men
I-
tell no tales.
And I think I might already be dead. Don't know yet.
I'm talking about the corpse.
Same. I wanted to try something.
What's that?
I had an idea, but kept forgetting. And look down, will take out his dagger. Let me see your hand. And he'll cut his own hand.
He's looked at him, cut his hand, and ask for his. And he's gonna say, "What do you want to do to my hand?"
I want to see what my blood does to it.
Okay. Thames will put his hand out.
I will just grasp onto his hand with my freshly sliced hand again.
You
And see
place.
if anything happens.
Mm-hmm. You place your bloodied hand on Thames's chaos kind of infested arm. And as you place it on, blood trickles over the infestation, and you can see it it immediately starts to pulse as it normally would when he would grab somebody with it, when he would wish to attack somebody. But then it seems to immediately constrict and almost skin tight to where his arm used to be. It regains a little bit of color. And do you wish to keep going?
Yes.
You continue to bleed on Thames's arm. Go ahead and take, let's see. If you wish to continue, go ahead and take about 20% of your HP in organic damage.
Max or current?
Max.
Okay.
You continue to
Rounding
bleed-
up or down?
round up.
Okay.
You continue to bleed on Max.
Max.
Thames.
What the
What the hell is going on in here? I'm putting an end to this. Do me instead.
You continue to bleed on Thames's arm, and the more blood that seems to drape down on his wound, the more it seems to satiate it and calm it down, until there are only a couple of small black marks, almost like, what would it be comparable to? You can probably think of it in the form of just like a tattoo, what it would probably look like on somebody's arm. It seems like the chaos infestation is almost entirely gone from it. Your blood kind of hits the ground and becomes this red ish kind of fume just starts to plume from your blood up into the forge itself. Do you wish to continue?
Yes.
You continue bleeding. Give me another 20%.
Okay.
And give me a will save.
Oh boy. That's not what I like to hear. Yeah, that's a 3. Can you be gentle? We just had fun.
You.
There is no mercy.
I need you to open your character sheet for me.
What do you mean open my character sheet for you?
I need you to look at your character sheet to a certain destination. You bleed further on Thames's arm, and it heals it entirely. It seems that it is almost just better than it was before. The original like burn marks and like scars that Thames had on his arm originally. It seems like the skin is relatively smooth now. However, you fail your will save, and your eyes start to kind of just judder and roll back in the back of your skull. And from your mouth, 2 fangs
Why?
grow very painfully from your mouth. And you go to bite down on Thames's arm. Give me an agility saving throw if you wish.
Me.
Me or him?
Thames.
Okay.
Oh, man, I'm just trying to do something nice and helpful. Why?
Well, you did. Now you pay.
Oh shit!
Ow.
I rolled a 17.
You go to bite down on Thames's arm, and he is able to slip it out just in time as you bare your fangs almost into his skin. Once you realize that you have bit onto nothing, with the shake of your skull on the way down, your eyes flip back into place, roll back into place rather, and you just kind of look around confused as you reach to your face. No fangs.
Was I conscious for all of that?
You felt... how do I put it to you?
Is it similar to another feeling that I've had before?
Yes, most certainly.
Son of a... I'm talking about cave feeling.
Yes, most certainly. You felt inside good.
Oh man. Look down just kind of like feels at his mouth and his face about for the fangs, and is in just like a lot of shock.
I would feign surprise, but at this point I get less and less surprised by the more shit that happens to us. Go lay down, look down.
I look down and I just leave.
Is he like making a little blood trail as he moves around?
You bleeding
I mean,
a little bit.
I gave a lot of blood already, so I'm
And you're heading back to your room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And anybody that sees look down, no, he is visibly shaken.
Pivot's
Or
probably
somebody-
off in his room right now.
Down to his room here. I'm assuming these two are... She got her nuts and she brought them back home.
Also,
Max...
I sit,
Good night.
just as a tiny thing, I sit underneath Thames's name in my room.
Got you. Which was on the right, I believe.
Yep.
No, Max kind of saw you make your way through, and he was gonna say something to you, but he kind of sees that you're almost in a bashful state, very almost ashamed, and he decides not to, and he makes his way to his room.
Somebody who doesn't show emotion very often. It's
Very jarring.
yeah.
Would anybody like to do anything at the moment?
I changed the tune to Itsy Bitsy Spider.
Excuse me?
I keep whistling.
And she goes over to her cot, and then she starts just also singing, but she sings a very odd tune.
Yeah, I whistle louder.
I'm off a booth.
Back,
Back,
smoking
beans.
tonight. The song of her people.
It's a booth, and what is a pen?
You said you're headed back to your room. Is there anything you would like to do, Mr. Pivot?
I'm reading the voice book.
Perfect.
I stole it from Marth's room and did not tell him.
You borrowed it. Yeah, you stole it. It's okay though.
I'm a goblin. It's what I do.
You go to read the spell Vius, and it doesn't take you actually a lot of time in particular. This book is probably about a 2.5-hour read for Mr. Pibbid. You kind of just study over the spell itself, and you now have the spell of Vius on your side.
That's cool.
All these spells are good.
I know, it's so nice.
It's been so long. It's almost like I should have had it 40 episodes ago.
Almost.
I'm gonna go lay down in my bed.
And after a while, the castle begins to move. It takes a good... If you want to, does anybody need any rest? This is
If I
probably
can take
about...
a-
Sure.
I mean, I don't know if long rest or short rest, but
This is going to be a 6-hour journey, essentially. So yes. You would have time, especially you, who you only need 4 hours, so... How's it going, Fluid?
Obviously, long
yeah,
rest.
forget about that.
Don't have anything else to do.
other than whistle to the other prisoner. All right, let me.
I am serenaded to sleep by her cries of agony.
No, it's
Perhaps
cries of booth pack.
anguish.
Both pack. This will take just a, maybe this will take as long as the actual journey to sends to load here. I do apologize. This is a big map. I'm to be fair, I'm actually very proud that I was able to get this done in the time that I had. And it looks a lot better than I thought it was going to, so we take
Getting
those.
good at this.
We're learning.
We're learning.
But how's everybody in chat doing? Are you guys enjoying the episode? Are you enjoying your evening tonight? We got P-Time hitting us with the Max Riz emote. Absolutely
Most
not.
cursed
That's
thing I've
good.
ever seen.
That's good. It is beautiful. It truly is cursed, but I love it more than anything.
Oh, you like cursed things. So.
It's true. It's okay.
And I was sitting on that idea for so fucking long. I just kept forgetting and not knowing if there's really a moment to be able to do that. But
Now how to get it into the brain.
yeah,
I do not have a song yet for this, so we'll continue.
I
with
just
the
had a
Slayer song.
dyslexic moment. I read the cockeyed noble as the cockneyed noble.
You the castle lands and comes to a stop, and Marth kind of goes to everybody individually and begins kind of rallying everybody. Let's see. Let me grab Peepo. Look down. Look down. He heads over to your room first. Well, after getting Maxwell, of course. Maxwell is the go-to.
Oh, he's actually gonna do it this time. Wow,
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
I'm so honored.
He knocks on your door.
Hello.
I look down. It's me.
I look down, even though he can't see it.
Can I come in?
Yes.
He opens the door, and I'm assuming he sees that your hand is still very much so.
I would say it's I cut my right hand, and I'm laying in my bed, just kind of staring at the ceiling. So.
He enters into the room and looks over to you. And let me get an observation check, actually.
I'm not trying to hide it, if that helps any.
Right. He looks at you and nothing seems out of the ordinary at all. Rolls pretty high.
Cool. Yeah. Well, how does he feel about my room?
Oh, he's seen your room. And he actually
Has he?
Yep. No, he
Yes.
most certainly had.
Oh, it's
The
right.
only one who
yeah.
hasn't is Pivot.
David, that's right. That's right.
And me, but I don't count.
You count.
Not yet.
You he looks over in your direction, has a pretty good observation check, and sees that indeed nothing is wrong with your body. Your hand is healed.
Miraculous.
Weird. Wonder how that happened.
He heads over to your bed and sees that you're staring up. He just like looks around the room to see all the dried blood just on the walls. I know it might be a lot to ask, look down, but
I look down somehow.
we are going to be
ahead.
heading into Mechalites soon. We have to leave the castle. I know that you've grown quite attached to the room, but we're gonna have to leave it behind for a little bit.
Okay.
We're gonna be traveling on foot for probably a fair bit, and yeah, we're gonna have to find some means of transportation. But I think that this is probably the best place for us to set down. I don't think anybody or anything would come looking for us in Sens.
Look down. Is listening, but literally a lot of what he says means nothing to him. It's just like, I don't know what Sens is. I don't know what these places are. But he's still listening. He's not,
Do you look confused at all?
No.
Okay. Just listening in. Got you.
Yeah.
And he kind of just pats you on the knee and says, I'm going to go grab the rest of the party. We'll do just a little bit of exploring before we head out. It's been a long time since I've gotten to see Sens firsthand, so...
Okay.
He leaves your room and makes his way to Pibid's room. And he gives you a knock.
Come in.
Hello, Pivot. We just landed in Sens. I thought that this was probably
Sens.
yeah, right back to where everything started, I guess.
Oh, I'll finally be able to visit my shack again. It's been so long.
And Martha kind of just he draws a blank for a second and then he goes, Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. I know it was probably jarring to have to sleep behind the throne for a couple of nights at least.
Not not so much. It's just I left a lot of things in there that I quite liked.
Well, here's to hoping that they're still there.
They probably aren't.
He makes his way.
Sims.
Yeah, very good point. He makes his way instead of to Thames's room. He goes into the dungeons, and he makes his way past.
I'm very loudly snoring. I've run out of nursery rhymes. Not sleeping though, I'm snoring intentionally. If I was sleeping, you wouldn't hear me at all.
Martha leans up against the side of the wall, connected to your cell.
Snoring
And-
immediately stops and I look at him. Look at him, but head locks.
We just landed in Sens. If you want, would you like to come out for a bit?
Are there bodies?
Well, I would assume if there's any bodies anywhere, he would be here.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I asked you. I can find my own. Yeah, let me out. Cell is cramped. I don't like tight spaces.
He opens it up for you.
And I immediately, what's it? I don't know how to describe this motion. He's like stretching like a cat. Just like hopping from foot to foot, just stretching the muscle. Then I Grinch walk forward.
Grinch walk?
Yeah, you know the Grinch walk.
She Ditto sees you kind of pass her cell, and she just like looks at you with a very terrified expression.
I smile. Don't look at her, just smile and continue on my way.
And Marth passes, and then just like dead stares at her and continues walking. Marth will finally make his way up to you, Thames, and knock on the door. Oh,
He said BRB.
oh, you might have to BRB.
But he's dead.
Marth knocks on the door, doesn't get a response right away, and assumes that Thames is probably sleeping. And so he just kind of marches into Thames's room, sees that he's not in the forge. You did not hear Marth's initial knocking, perhaps, or maybe you just didn't answer as part of the canon.
I would say if Marth was yelling, as soon as he walks into his room, he starts hearing.
He knocks on the door to your room.
Tim's antibodies are probably having to deal with the fact that he just got a fucking chaos look down blood smoothie, so he's probably still sleeping.
Marth kind of swings the door open and he just looks at you like dead-eyed as you're kind of teetering back and forth on your shell, back and forth. And he looks over to you and says, Thames, for God's sakes, please wake up.
Mhm.
We're leaving.
What it sins?
We're at Sense.
Okay.
And he just looks over to you before turning once more, and he says, was there anything that you needed to talk to me about?
What do you mean?
Right. And he makes his way over to the door and opens it and heads out.
Tim sees this fucking railing thing that Penelope added to get off his shell.
And you all meet in the throne. And as you kind of open up the doors here to the outside, it is, let's see, I said 6 hours travel time. Yeah, it's pretty.
Something like that.
It's in like the dead of the night because you had Alice's funeral at sundown, so it is dark right now. However, looking outdoors, you can just see the overall destruction and just chaos-infected area that is Sen's. Marth looks back to the crew and says, "If you want to have a small bit of leisurely time, I suppose it's now or never. We're gonna be headed out soon."
How long will we return through this place?
Oh, we'll be back. We just
Wait,
have to
why
go
is he
deal.
out?
None of your business, giant turtle. And I immediately just kind of like skitter down the stairs.
It seems like a lot of nonsensical things are probably happening right now, aren't they, Thames?
Thames will look over and say, I was going to not mention it, but considering you decided to let him out of all things, I think the my canon decision was quite wise.
And Marth kind of just like looks over to you and he's like, "Listen, I was the one who had to get an earful because of it.
I paid out of my own pocket for that damn road.
Oh, good. I guess it's fun then." And Martha's gonna start kind of just walking down the steps.
If anybody notices, look down, smiles.
Oh yeah, I'm just booking it to this first ruined house I see, by the way.
To the first ruined house. Let's see. So this is all. I am going to, just for the sake of things, lighten things up just a little bit so you can see a little bit better. Time of day. We'll put it to like right here. Just imagine it's very fucking dark.
Once we pretty much just break to go our own ways, Pivot's going straight for his shack.
You head to your shack. Slythe, you are looking for the first.
I'll go to. I would have been going to Pivot's shack, but then I noticed him going towards it, and I immediately turn away. Investigate the bloodied corpse on the ground. Decide, nah, too easy. I'll remember it though, and I think that's a bloodied corpse. What is that?
Oh yeah, you got a fairly old, and by fairly old I mean very old corpse, and a corpse pile over here.
Yeah, no, I've got.
Those have been some 30 years or so.
Yeah, that's a last meal resort. No, just keep on going.
I noticed the cannons at the entrance and I put them back on the foundation.
Oh my god. Beautiful.
Free cannons. Don't mind if I do.
Grab the cannons here, bring them back.
Then I just start walking the premises trying to like think about, maybe we should put some stuff on the foundation. And I just start like doing laps.
Looking around.
Yeah, just thinking.
Pivot, you head over to your shack. It has been quite some time since you've been here, aka I'm trying to think how long you guys have been out. But it's at least probably been in and around a month in time, maybe even more. You make your way over to the shack, and you look over to your garden, your sageweed garden, which has now been infested with a chaos plant.
Oh, man. Pivot's He's actually gonna set about to trying to get it cleaned up.
You're pulling like the roots of the plant out or the weed here. While it has probably received a decent amount of water, it seems like the plants have not dried out, but taken a very odd form. They seem to have adopted a kind of red hue.
Does it look like it's full grown though?
Yes, almost certainly.
Give it a try. Why not? He's gonna set about harvesting it.
Perfect. There is 5 of these that you can take with you, and this is chaos. Chaos corrupted sageweed.
Wonderful. My favorite.
Let's see. Let me actually the effects.
Gives you that extra kick.
We'll leave the effects unknown for now. We'll just I'll have it added to your inventory after the episode here.
Yep.
We'll do a Skyrim later.
What's this one do?
Family Guy death pose on the fucking ground.
This weed ain't shit.
I'm assuming probably make your way around to the shack itself.
Yeah.
And you look into the shack to see that the door has been ripped off. There is a giant spire that fell through the rooftop and into the bed itself, kind of cracking it in entirely and popping out several springs.
Oh, come on.
And give me an observation check, too.
It's a 10.
You hear a soft murmur from inside your blanket here.
What the? Fucking squatters. Gonna walk over and pull the blanket off.
You pull the blanket off, and none other than...
Valley.
If I can find... yep, here we go. None other than Bavelli is laying...
You son of a bitch!
no. Oh, we have to really stop
What
eating
are you
like
doing
this.
in my house? What are you doing?
It was a good place
Get
to
out,
sleep.
get
Do you
out,
see
get
anyone?
out, get out of my house
Okay,
right now.
okay. Oh, my goodness. A man just tries to take a rest in an abandoned house and to see what happens.
The nerve of this fucking guy.
From how far away do you hear the commotion? Oh, like how far do you think the sound travels?
It's a pretty big barren space at this point. You probably heard them yelling.
I roll stealth.
Oh, okay.
I get I get a 9.
I would say that nobody's probably still looking in your direction, so you probably successfully stealth up until this point. I'll probably have you re-roll it once you get closer.
I'm not going directly at him. I'm going south, and then like I'm going down to the left. I'm stalking him from a distance.
Oh God.
You know what? You're all right.
Really, I was just trying to get a nap. I don't understand what the problem is.
The problem is you're squatting in my house.
Your house?
Yes, this is my house.
Sounds like he owes rent.
What's the squatter's rights in Batovia? Let's see that. Let's see the papers.
Oh God. And he goes over to your little mailbox here and sees Pivot written on it, and he goes, "Oh, yeah, so what these?"
Do I see Bavelli in the commotion from the fucking top of the castle?
I would assume you probably heard him at the very least.
Okay. I'll look over and yell, Bavelli, are you peddling the things?
Am I peddling? Oh, that is such a it's such a dirty word. I prefer.
Are you selling things?
Well, of course I am. Call it
What
whatever
are you
you like.
selling?
Let's see. Let me grab up Bavelli's list of items here. Bavelli.
Probably has a bunch of them, huh?
Bavelli has quite a few things on him right now. Bavelli shows you his wares. He has an herb called Zerani on them, which an herb that has an unmistakable mixed scent of floral blood, grows in dark environments that are very moist. Many common monsters are fixated on the smell. And when you brew it into things, typically speaking, it will make it so monsters will be more docile. Common monsters, at least.
Hold on, I'll stop yelling. Let me come down.
He's just shouting his inventory up at him.
I got it as a piece.
Do you have like a ledger or a catalog? I would rather you didn't list everything out verbally.
Here, let me copy paste it to you. He has all of these things, and he also has horses and a bear.
Just horses and a bear?
Horses and a bear.
Where did he get a
the
bear?
horses in the back.
Horses and a bear.
Horse stock use a
Oh
tire.
god, it's too much. Hold on, let me do this and then Star Sands. And there we go.
15 woo. Gold each. What?
What happened? What happened? What did you see?
Look, it says Star Sand 15 woo gold each. What does that mean?
I don't think I said that in the thing. Hold on. Wait, where'd that even come from?
Woo.
It is in here too. 15 woo gold each.
Just channeling your inner Max when you wrote that one, I guess.
Woo. That's supposed to be 15,000 gold each.
Oh, okay.
It's a
How
new
did
form
you
of
even
currency.
do that?
I probably was like typing or trying to type something somewhere else.
And so you came up with the new Bitcoin.
I'll take the horses, the bear. I'll take the Zorani, the Lactoserum, the Pure Dark Essence. I will take some of Marth's cuts to buy that, what is that spell? And then Tim's like, looks really intently at the top. Oh, Divine Revision.
Okay, the Divine Revision, the Dark Essence. Let's see. So this is you said Divine Revision, Pure Dark Essence, the Lactostrum, and then what else?
The Zorani.
The Zerani. Okay.
I'm gonna clear out his stock of Zorani, Lactostrum, and Pure Dark Essence.
Let me total all this for you here.
And while you're at it, do you have wood?
Do I have wood?
You didn't have much before, but do you have it now that you have traveled probably through forests?
I can get some.
I need enough to make a wagon.
Okay. That is doable. I will return shortly. But first,
And then he kind of just looks at you intently, and he begins totaling things up. see, 75. And 40. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. 200. And you wanted Divine Revision, I think.
Yep.
22,000. Let's see. 200 plus 200 plus 75. That'll be 22,475 gold.
So 22,475.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a lot of dosh.
Can you get me another bear?
I can get you as many bears as you want.
Are
Oh,
they
wait.
tame?
I didn't charge you for the horses and the bears yet.
How much would? Can you get me another tame bear?
Can I get another tame bear? The great Baveli can get anything, trust me.
Okay, I'll take 3.
3 bear.
You said as many as I wanted. I want 3.
Hey, of course. It will take me a little bit though. You don't leave the city, okay? I'll need some time.
He looks at the castle, looks at the hole. We can't go anywhere. Those are our mounts.
Let's see, where are the horses and bears? Let me, horse and bear cost.
While the valley's gone, Tim's is gonna make a wagon with steel wheels, steel axles, and a jail interior, so we can bring our valuables without leaving them very open.
Okay.
And that's really heavy, so that's why he wants 3 bears.
And how many? Okay, so you wanted 3 bears and how many horses?
Tim's gonna do a head count. I'll take
I have my own horse.
4.
Okay, 4 horses.
You can't see me. I'm still stealth.
That's fine. You will get a horse.
that is 3,000 for the bears, and then 4 horses. 4 times. Let's see, where is it? 2,000 for the horses, so it would be 5,000 additional gold.
Okay.
And he kind of just looks at you and says, "Oh, okay, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, please."
I just said we camp.
Yep.
Oh, as he runs by, Predator instinct kicks in. I drop stuff and I just chase him.
Chase after him.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not stealthing. Let me look at Baveli's observation here.
Let's go, new guy.
Kill him. Do it. Free
Baveli
us.
kind of notices you right as you enter into chase mode here. And he immediately plops into mud and sits there.
I close the distance.
Fast, or are you slowly approaching?
I'm in chase mode. That means I'm sprinting.
Okay. You sprint right up to him, and he says, he kind of is screaming out. He says, help me, I'm being assaulted!"
Tim's will look over. He'll
See
start
me,
walking
like-
over. I'll say, "You said not to go anywhere."
Yes, well, I perhaps, things change. Sometimes things change,
So they do. And then he'll just keep walking over.
Oh yeah, no, I'm extracting him from the mud, getting ready to pull him somewhere where no one can see.
So he is very just malleable, and he kind of just slips through your hands as you go to kind of grab him.
Can I pull a dexterity check to see if that happens?
Oh
Or is
sure,
that not a dexterity?
he's not gonna be avoiding you. So yeah, give me a dexterity check.
9.
You do manage to kind of just grab some muddy just features of him, but it kind of continuously slipping through your hands.
I kind of just growl and hiss angrily.
Oh no, please. I didn't come all this way to Sense to be eaten by a monster right before the biggest trade of my life!
I'll make it quick! Stop moving!
Do I see any fire in the area?
You don't see any fire, no.
Okay, then Tim's will put some on the ground with his lava barf. And we'll dip Credo in it.
I immediately sense the heat, or at least I am mildly aware of Thames, and I notice him do that, and I just head snaps in his direction, eyes go wide, and I tactfully retreat in the opposite direction.
And
to Thames, not to Beverly.
Yeah. Tim's kind of has like the hammers pointed like a fucking gun. It's like, Beverly, you have a short time. As for you, go after him, and we'll see my aim on this thing.
I was not aware he was a protected member of the people.
He's getting our mounts.
Well, tell me this before I go off and do things. And I
You
turn
are
around.
50 feet away.
I just ignore him and go back to in the direction I was originally going.
Yeah, that'll serve you right. How dare you?
Beverly, shut the fuck up and go get the horses.
Sheesh. See if I ever
I
follow
just-
you around again.
I look over my shoulder and actually no, I don't even look over my shoulder. I just snap the mouth at the back of my head repeatedly in Beverly's direction.
And he kind of gets to probably about here and hears you snap your jaw and goes, "Ooh!" and hurries his step and begins running. He
Fucking
drops
starts
into
spinning
mud.
his legs.
Yeah. Makes his way to the south side of the city.
Tim's let's Credo go back to Form 1. Keeps the lava pool there, just in case he needs to dip it again. On the road, and he'll walk over to Pivot,
Over to Mr. Pibid.
and he'll take the scroll he just bought, and he'll tap Pivot on the shoulder.
It's like idly cleaning in the shack, trying to get rid of all the crap that's kind of just built up over time.
And Tim's will help him out with that, with the fucking Fortnite build thing.
But oh,
You probably want this.
Hmm.
I can't use it.
ooh,
It looks very good. I spent Marth's cut on it.
mouse cut.
Look, can you see what it does? I know that I'm not the best at reading the scrolls, but I think it's worth it.
Oh. Oh. All right then. Yes, that is very useful. Alright. I'm gonna have to find space for that. Yes, thank you. That is very good. Yes.
Plus, I don't think cuts are going to matter whenever we travel around with a cart full of gold. speaking of which, and then he'll make the fucking wagon.
In my house?
Not in your house, on the roof.
Wagon. You have enough material at the moment for something? You have some wood in backup?
He'll make the like cage stuff and the like axle and the wheels.
Got you.
Because we have a decent amount of steel, I'm pretty sure. I'll double check.
For now, I'm gonna pop that there so you get the idea.
Yeah, we have 45 steel ingots.
The metal wagon.
Little wagon pulled by bears.
Yeah, it's supposed to also pull them, so we need some extra horsepower, or rather, bear power.
Bear power. Won't be speedy, but will be defensible and moving.
True. And then he's gonna, like, while he has the cage there, he's gonna go start loading up pretty much our vault into it.
heading into the castle, the vault, you said?
He's gonna start loading up the vault, all the stuff from his, like, forge.
Got you.
Except, like, the actual forge, like, all the items. He'll, briefly put his hand on the crane and say, I hope no one steals you.
Luckily, we just got a whole bunch of soldiers.
Yippee! Hope you
So
enjoy walking,
no-
lol.
Handle that question mark.
Let's see. Mr. Lookdown, did you wish to do anything?
Not a thing.
Got you.
I just kind of sit down at some point and just kind of wait.
Marth and Max have headed out. Mr. Pibid,
Yes.
you receive another call.
Oh,
Popular.
well, he will answer it.
You answer it, and immediately you get a familiar voice of Kai Alder. Who says,
Hello, yes. Hello, Pivot, yes.
Yes. Hello, Calda.
I apologize for calling at this time, but I am, well, we had a bit of an anomaly, at Bilms.
What kind of anomaly?
We had several Mechalite soldiers surround the premise. They didn't seem overly hostile at first, and it was a bit odd. They just kind of sat outside and watched until one of them threw something into the city itself over the wall.
What's
And-
they throw?
Kai Alder kind of just goes over to his desk quickly and grabs what looks like a newspaper.
I would be lying if I said I was not curious. So I took a look at the paper itself, and it read here. It was a bunch of garbage. Here. Soviet Alexandrite, an enemy of the state, has spent several lifetimes as a witch to perfect an art of the most horrific kind, the resurrection of a husk dragon. This notice stands as a warning for the entire populace of Nickelmentia. Stay indoors. The legendary blood fog of Hakuram has once more descended into our plane. It tears souls asunder and proves flesh meaningless. Currently, Soviet Alexandrite sits outside the Sending Towers. The 1,400 senders currently residing in the tower are working among one another to bar Soviet from entering the tower. However, he kind of puts his finger up, She has cast a spell most horrific that is evaporating the blood from the interior of the senders' bodies. Our latest reports show there are 1,200 senders left maintaining the barrier. However, get this, you have nothing to fear. The armies of Lord Eldrin and Niall have dispatched to fell Soliet and save the good people of... I can't believe this.
Hmm. Ascending tower, then.
I thought perhaps maybe you should know. I thought it's a bit
Yes.
odd that they threw this over our wall, and we thought for sure maybe they would assault the city, but they just sat there.
Information is much appreciated. Do they remain outside the walls?
He kind of turns and makes his way over to a window, and he comes back over and says,
I don't believe so. It looks like they have left into the night.
Hmm. Most peculiar. I'll let Marth know. I think it would be prudent to deal with Soyet sooner than later. I'd rather her not come over Bilms with that fog.
Yes, thank you. And I do apologize for calling so late again, but I will...
Oh, it's
leave
no
it to
problem
this.
at all. But, in the interest of safety, if you and some of the men could go around, make sure the buildings are airtight at least.
Oh, of
So
course.
if such a thing does happen, we're prepared.
You have nothing to fear. Bilms is in great hands.
Thank you, Kyolda.
he ends the transmission.
Well, back to cleaning.
And with that, that is where we are going to leave off tonight's episode. I want to thank each and every single one of you for joining this evening. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We will not be doing an episode next Friday. We have, or rather, I will be on vacation. I'm going to be taking a week off, coming back, and we will have some spicy content for you in the next coming episodes. I can absolutely guarantee you that. But I wanted to say in the meantime, thank you for joining. Your continued viewership and enjoyment of Marth's Dungeon gives me everything I need to keep on going. If you wish to help us financially, or support us financially, I should say, you can head right over to the Patreon. It's !Patreon. If you are looking for a really nice PC, make sure to pick yourself up a Starforge PC. Nightbot's been popping the links in the stream, so make sure to just click that link and head right over there. And other than that, I will see you all not next Friday, but the following Friday, which I think is the 26th. Yes, the 26th. Have a great rest of your nights, my Dungeoneers. Bye-bye.